There is only one thing that you need to lose face fat. And no, it's not chewing gum, it's not mewing, and it's not standing in the mirror for 6 hours a day doing face exercises. And as somebody who was over 200 pounds, I feel like I am more than qualified to talk on this topic. So I'm going to cut out the BS and show you exactly what I did to lose my face fat, so you can do the same as well. But first, there is something that you need to know about face fat, and that's that face fat is like any other fat on your body. Same as the fat on your belly, same as the fat on your arms, and same as the fat on your back. And realizing this is what makes losing face fat 10 times easier. But what is arguably more important is realizing that you can't spot reduce face fat. If you think the key to losing face fat is standing in the mirror mewing for hours, you're completely wrong. Don't even try it. I'm not saying that mewing doesn't work, but why spend hours of your time creating the illusion of a slimmer face when you can actually just go out and get one through diet and exercise? So now that we know that face fat is like any other fat on our body, but how do we go about reducing that fat? Well, I'm glad you asked, because there is only one way, and that is through a calorie deficit. I know it is such a disappointment, but it's the truth. However, there is a right way and a wrong way to go about this. So how do we get into a calorie deficit? Well, there are 4 things that you need to have if you want to lose weight properly. Plain and simple. Calculate your maintenance calories. These are the calories that are needed to maintain your body weight. You're not losing weight, you're not gaining weight. From those maintenance calories, you need to then create your deficit calories. And depending on your experience, I recommend subtracting anywhere from 250 to 500. Next on the list is hitting that protein. If you're a beginner, just aim for 1 pound per gram of your body weight. I know all the gym bros are going to kick off screaming and crying. There's a lot of debate about this in the literature, but if you're a beginner, just aim for as close as that number as you can. If you're a little bit under, completely fine. But what is arguably the most important part of this process is combining cardio with weightlifting, especially lifting weights. If you are a person who wants to avoid the skinny fat phase, which, like I've said before on this channel, it is a phase that I know all too well. Please don't overlook lifting weights, especially if you're overweight, because the consequences of you ignoring weight training increases the likelihood of you making a transformation that looks like this to someone who looks like this. What we need to do is go from this over to this. And if you want to make a transformation that's similar to that, you can sign up for my 30 days of free weight loss advice every single day for 30 days straight. If you are interested, the link will be in the pinned comment. I don't know who wouldn't be interested because it's free, but each to their own. And now at this point, you might be thinking to yourself, what about water retention? And to that I say, that is a very valid point. Increases in our sodium and our carb intake can increase the amount of water that we're holding on to. Water in the body can be stored anywhere. Guess where it can be stored? In the face. And when you have a lot of excess water in your face, that's what contributes to that really puffy, bloated look that nobody really likes. Now, at the end of the day, I don't recommend you start cutting out carbs and drinking less water to avoid the puffiness and the bloat in your face, okay? Because carbs are important. We need them for energy. Remember, any kind of water retention, whether it be in your face or any other part of your body, is going to be temporary. It's not going to last forever. It will go in like a few days. Why worry about water retention, okay? Because you've got bigger priorities, like staying in a calorie deficit, which is what's going to actually help you lose the weight, which is what's going to help you lose the face fat. Now, there is one big question that I haven't answered yet, and it's probably the one that's going to be asked by the most of you in the comments or in the emails that you're going to send me, and that's, how long is it going to take for my face fat to completely disappear? Because let's face it, nobody really likes a fat face, unless that's your thing. I'm not going to judge. And honestly, how long is it going to take for your face fat to disappear? I don't know, and it depends. When we're losing weight, wherever we start to lose fat on our body, it is completely genetic. We can't choose it. It's not down to us, unfortunately. Which means that when you're losing weight, you can start losing fat from different areas of your body at different times. Some places may be quicker than others. For example, when I start cutting and losing weight, one of the first places that I notice I lose fat happens to be my face. I know, I am very, very lucky. However, one of the last places that I lose fat happens to be my thighs. Anybody who's watching this, you do not want big or thick thighs, okay? It is impossible to buy trousers anywhere. Like big thighs, whatever you want, thick thighs, it is a massive curse. You do not want them. So don't try and spot reduce your fat, because as you mentioned earlier, you can't do that. So if your fat comes off in a place where you don't really want it to be coming off from, I don't know what to tell you. Blame your parents. It's their fault. All jokes aside, we all know how important exercise is for fat loss. When I was over 200 pounds, I had no idea whether I should whether I should do cardio or lift weights. If you currently had the same question that I had when I was over 200 pounds, I would watch this.